Good morning and welcome to Morning Meditations. We're on Proverbs chapter 23. I'd like to read a few verses by way of introduction. Verse 17 says, "Let not thine heart envy sinners, but be thou in the fear of the Lord all the day long. For surely there is an end, and thy expectation shall not be cut off. Hear thou, my son, and be wise, and guide thine heart in the way." When I read Proverbs chapter 23, I see that it deals with relationships. The first part of that chapter deals with the relationship of riches and money and the people that control them. The next part deals with our relationship with other people and receiving instruction. Two parts of the chapter in separate places deal with our relationship with children and child rearing. There's a section in Proverbs 23 that deals with our relationship to eating and alcohol. And boy, we need to be careful in all those areas of our lives. They all go back to appetites, and appetites describe the desires of our heart, and this is giving us wisdom in how to direct it. I often counsel people, and I say, take the book of Proverbs, one chapter a day, and keep a journal on 4 separate areas. Areas that deal with your faith, with your family, with your finances, and with your friends. Why? Because those are the areas that we seem to make the most decisions in. And boy, when you write down Bible principles that deal with that, it's going to alleviate a lot of friction, a lot of stress, because you'll be making decisions based on Bible principles, not what you think, not what your kids think. Not what the world's telling you, especially about finances, especially about our appetites when it deals with alcohol and eating. And by the way, Proverbs 23 says that the glutton and the drunkard shall lie down together. It's amazing to me that people get so upset about over drinking, and you should, but they don't about overeating, which God puts in the same category. Really, it is a relationship with our appetites. Do our appetites control us? The appetite for money, the appetite to have things, to have influence, or does God control our appetites? And boy, I don't think there's a coincidence that child rearing is mentioned twice in this chapter along with appetites. Why? Because our kids aren't going to do what we tell them to do. They're going to do what we show them to do. A Christian, we need to be diligent as a parent. Deuteronomy says to write the principles upon the doorposts of your house, write them on your hands, and boy, that's important. And it's so important to take the Word of God and thoroughly and rightly divide what it says. The Bible's pretty clear. I hear so many people say, well, Pastor, there's gray areas. And boy, that's one of those areas. No, there aren't any gray areas. What there is a problem with our gray matter. We want to logic the Word of God to our own comfort level. I want to encourage you today, don't do that. Take the Word of God for what it says, face value, study it out, find those principles on faith, family, finances, and friends. Let the Word of God make decisions in those 4 areas in your life. And I promise you it will help you to control your appetites. And boy, the Word of God's pretty clear on not allowing our appetites to control us, but allowing the Word of God to control us. And so I want to encourage you today to really put some effort into studying those areas of the Bible. Thank you and have a good day.